right.
Bring in the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, brought to you by Black Rifle Coffee, the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. Happy birthday. Hell, I couldn't sleep last night, just thinking about all the things I was going to say this morning.
Oh, thank you, Coach. I mean so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so what are you doing today for your birthday?
Dinner, and then I hope that my Tennessee Volunteers get a big win tomorrow. That would be the good birthday there, and then the Cowboys on Sunday. You guys get a win.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Where are you going to dinner?
This place called the Lost Colony in Highland Village. I don't know if you know where that is. I've never been there.
Well, cool. Well, it sounds like a heck of a spot.
And Peyton's got a big decision between Mexican or Italian, Coach. Which one would you lean towards?
Oh, shoot. I think they're both great, but I don't know. I think it's a matter of which you had last. So if you had Mexican last, I go Italian. Or flip it. No, you can't go wrong with Mexican or Italian.
So, Coach, we were just having this discussion about Shohei Ohtani for the Dodgers. He had like an incredible night last night, 6 for 6, 10 RBIs, 3 home runs, 2 stolen bases. Just an insane night. Is there a night from a player that you were there for coaching with or against that just stands out to you as like, oh, wait, that was like the most special night I've ever seen?
On the field?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some unbelievable games, by Aaron Rodgers, just 5-6 touchdown type games. But nothing jumps to mind as far as the opponent, But no, I'm sorry, but that what he's doing is off the charts. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's the year that he's having.
50-50.
Yeah.
50-50. Yep.
50-50.
Yeah.
First baseman.
Unheard of.
Yes. Hey, Coach. Obviously, the Ravens are coming in here desperate at 0-2. What struggles have you seen from them on tape that has them winless so far?
Well, I just think it's they didn't finish the game against the Raiders. Obviously they if you just look at the last 3 series of the games, of the game against the Raiders, did 3 and outs, and then the Raiders went down and scored 3 times. So this is an excellent football team. I mean, it's still the team that was competing to go to the Super Bowl last year. So, and I think it's also the reality of September football. I understand the records, but we're preparing for the team that's been on tape. As far as the first 2 weeks, but also we spent a bunch of time on particularly their players. Last year obviously they've had a lot of change in their coaching staff, but you're talking about a system and a profile and a program that's been in place for decades.
Yeah.
So that's what we're really focused on as far as getting ready to go win this game.
Watching them and seeing Lamar and all that he, all the problems he presents, is he probably the most difficult guy to game plan against just because you don't know what he's going to do on any given play?
Absolutely. I think when you got a impact player, like Lamar is, that has the ball in his hands every single play, and and has the diversity, starting with just the time clock of their plays, because I mean, there's obviously when you design a play, there's a time clock to it, but his off tempo and extended time clock is probably going to be the biggest challenge we see all year. So his ability to extend plays, and then unfortunately for us, is when he pulls the ball down and runs, he is a dynamic runner too. So, and he still has the ability to stay on the move and make the 50, 60-yard throws. So this is a big challenge for our defense.
Coach, do you remember what you thought about him coming out of Louisville? And what's your core philosophy on changing a guy too much? The big Lamar discussion has always been, all right, or Mike Vick even, try to have him run less to preserve him, become better as a pocket passer, or are you just taking away from what makes that player truly special and unique? Like, what's your philosophy on the dual impact guy and maybe trying to save some of the wear and tear?
Well, I mean, I remember the draft because, that was the draft class of, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, and Sam Darnold and that bunch. And, the conversation that Ted Thompson and I had was, I forget where we were picking that year, but, he was what we labeled as the X factor in that group because, at Louisville, he played for Bobby Petrino. Bobby ran a pro-style offense. So there was, a lot of drop back on tape to evaluate. Now, we weren't, looking to take a quarterback, but, it was definitely a discussion of, if he was down there when we picked it, it was, definitely a conversation you needed to have. But just extremely dynamic, with the ball in his hand. But there definitely was enough, drop back there that you can say, hey, this guy can also win from the pocket.
Do you remember who you guys picked at 18?
I do not.
Jair Alexander.
Ooh,
there you go. Good pick.
Very good pick.
Derwin James, Jair, Van Der Esch. Nice little cluster right there.
That's a good set right there. Coach, philosophically, because you got to spy on him, right? You're going to have so basically it becomes 11 on 10. Philosophically, do you like using your best player to spy on him, or like how do you do that? How do you decide who to use?
Well, that's why you game plan. So, I think with anything, these are things that you put in place, during the off season and as far as training camp and train. I think, when the schedule, you're playing the AFC North and the schedule came out and we knew we were going to play these teams early. So, I mean, these are things that, we have built into our base package. It's, Deshaun Watson's obviously is a very active quarterback. So, I mean, these are the kind of things that we can hopefully build off of, schemes and calls that we have in place. But you're definitely have to adjust and give him different looks because, like I said, he's extremely dynamic.
How has he developed as a thrower, Coach? Because a lot of people say, all right, he can run during the regular season. The Ravens are always going to be 11, 12 wins, but it's going to take him throwing more efficiently in the postseason to advance. How have you seen Lamar develop as a thrower over the years?
Well, I think the new offensive change has been good for him because I think it's given him more opportunity as far as schematically from the pocket. Where I would have viewed their offense before more run first, throw second. But I do think they have more balance if you watch them last year and this year. So I think Todd Monk has done a really nice job with them.
Mike McCarthy here with Shan and RJ on the D&M Leasing Hotline. Coach, right now with your football team, is the bigger focus or bigger concern on your run defense or your own run game?
Oh, I think it's, really farm your own land, clean your own house mentality. You can go through everything. I mean, we're not, we know where we are and continue to work on. But yeah, definitely we're focused on both those this week as far as primary energy distribution as far as things we didn't practice, and you only have so much time each day on the field, and but those will be priorities throughout the year. I mean, your run defense and run offense has to continue to grow. It never stays the same in this league.
Coach, we saw New Orleans get out on the perimeter last week. Is it the opposite with the Ravens when they do hand off with Henry? Are you just anticipating more of a between the tackles battle with their run game when they do hand off?
I think the big key with Derrick, just watch him throughout his career is, his ability to get going. If he is on the outside zone, that's when he's most dangerous. But so how they get to the perimeter and really coming off the outside zone or the pattern gap schemes where the ball has a chance to bounce. But it's a different run game. Clearly, the body types up front are different. So I mean, they're going to come in. They're going to play their game, and there's just a lot of things that they schematically and conceptually have always done. They get on the goal line. They're going to run power, and so those are the things we're really locked into.
Coach, are you guys expecting to add Dalvin Cook to your attack on Sunday?
Well, I mean, good shot. I mean, he did a nice job. I mean, I don't recall ever talking about who's going to play on Sunday.
Okay.
On the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you would give.
It's a birthday. It's a birthday present.
I'm just clouded with RJ's birthday plans.
Not Peyton's.
Not Peyton's, right?
I just can't believe. I don't know why I didn't get invited to dinner. That's
Oh my gosh! There he go. You want to come? Come on to dinner. Let's go. All right.
Too late. I already got plans.
You would have been picking up the check anyway. Trust me.
That's
going
true.
out chow.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
That's 100% true. No doubt. Mike McCarthy joined us here at 105 through the Fan. Okay, the trend around the league first couple of weeks, points are down a little bit. And I know it's early. It's basically first couple of games of the year now have become extended preseason. But has running the ball become cool again?
Has it become cool?
Yeah, it's a new thing. We love the passing game. Passing was all the rage, and now it seems like running the ball is the thing to do again.
Well, I think it's like anything. You're trying to establish things, and at this time of year with your team, and then off of the run game comes half of your passing game, especially in the majority of your passing game in the first and second down. So, I look at the touchdowns being down, and I could just only go off of our experience. You have certain opportunities to take the shots at the end zone, and when you hit them, that's when you're scoring the touchdowns, and your numbers are up. We haven't hit ours in the first 2 weeks.
Coach, Mel Kiper Jr. said on ESPN yesterday that the NFL should outlaw the too high safeties because it's killing the downfield passing attack. First of all, would you support that? Second of all, is that really a major reason why downfield passing is just not what it was maybe, a handful of years ago?
I don't believe that at all. Yeah, I mean the Steelers' defense of the '70s played cover 2, and I think it's just like anything. Our league's about trends, and always has been, and and whether it's more too high or too shallow with the quarters, or too high with the deeper cover 2 concepts, and a one high, whether it's man or the match concepts that's popular now. I think it's it's plus there's only been 2 games. I mean, we're in week 3, and we're going to make this comments like that. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Coach, is Mozzie the biggest injury concern that you guys are trying to address before Sunday, compare with Ferg and Lamb and Diggs, which you seemed to say a couple of days ago wasn't a major concern? Is Mozzie the one at the top of y'all's list?
No, I think just really how they all come in today. Everything was moving forward yesterday when we left here last night. So, I'm very hopeful that they're all going to play. This is a key day. Just the way this is set up. Yesterday was a rough practice, and it was pads, and we went inside because of the heat. So we really got after it yesterday. So we'll see how the guys come in today.
Well, try to catch up on some sleep that you lost last night, waiting for the birthday invites. Apologies from the 2 guys, and best of luck this weekend.
All right, man. You guys have a great weekend.